Hi guys, my name is Moronga Mosetli. In our previous episode, I was telling you about what is a budget and what makes it so important. Today, I'd like to tell you what makes a good budget. A good budget will help you allocate your resources in such a way that your business remains profitable and continues to be successful. Before you start, do make sure you ask yourself the following 3 questions. Number 1, what are my projected sales? How much am I going to make this month, next month, 3 months from now, a year from now? Because if you underestimate or overestimate, it's going to affect your cash flow. Question number 2, what are my direct costs of production? These are materials, components, or subcontractors that you hire in order to make your product or deliver a service. And then the last question, what are my fixed costs or overheads? These are everything else that you have to pay for in a business, whether it's rent, printing and stationery, travel costs, utilities, any other expense that is not directly related to your product or service is what goes under here. Now, there are a few steps that you need to take in order to make sure your budget is actually effective. Number 1, make time. If you do not set aside the time to make sure that all your amounts are correct, then you are creating a situation where you're not 100% sure of exactly what's going on in your business. Number 2, if you have previous costs or if you can make research in order to see how much it might cost, make sure you get that information and use that as a guide in order to determine what your sales might be, what your costs might be. Number 3, get advice from a financial person that you know. A friend, a family member, somebody you go to school with, any other place that has business consultants that can help the youth for free. Those are great resources in order to be sure that you are on the right track to developing your budget.
With a good budget, there has to be a good balance, meaning you have to have, let me put it like this. If we're talking about business, you need to make sure that there's a balance in relation to how much you're spending, in relation to the expenses that you're getting throughout the business, and if you're actually making profit. If there's a balance through that, if you're making the right profit and you're able to employ and scale up, that's when you know that you have a good budget. And if it's a bad budget, then you're going to go to a point where most things don't balance off. You're going to have debt and you won't be able to expand the business.
You can download a budget calculator by clicking the link below. Catch our other episodes if you want to stay friends with money.